This is Christ Am Disciple in the building. What you need is the other channel. Did kind of curse and swear a little bit this morning on What You Need channel. Sorry about that, folks. Here is recording gear and stuff like that we do a little music with. I've been doing a lot of music lately, but I was kind of a little perturbed a little bit last night because just things that I did wrong and I wasn't cool with it. So still kind of have that irrational sort of anger and stuff that's coming out of my system. But other than that, we're doing all right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about some stuff, man. Okay, I see. So let's talk a little about occurrences that are happening in Warner Brothers. So David Zaslav, he's coming into Warner Brothers, right? He's coming into Warner Brothers, and he's going to be hands-on in Warner Brothers. That's kind of cool. Hope that works out well for him. So he's moving in, which means Emmerich and them guys going to have to move out soon enough, I think. And that would be very good. The other thing is that the SnyderCut, man. SnyderCut be just killing it right now. SnyderCut be killing it again. It's top of the charts worldwide. And on top of that, they still Google Play hasn't put up the SnyderCut. We can see all kinds of movies, but not the SnyderCut on Google Play. And why is it not available on certain services? They're saying because they want HBO Max to have it exclusively or whatever, and that's stupid because the DVDs are out, everything else is out. Why can't you put it up online digitally for people to access? YouTube had it, right? YouTube Movies had it. We just don't have that service available in my country. So it's just really crazy because I want to get my digital copy of it through Google Play, and still to this day, they have not put out Zack Snyder's Justice League on Google Play. They put out every single other movie, and just showing you how Toby Emmerich and Walter Amada and Ann Sarnoff and all the people, all their goons, all their minions that followed them, how they just hating on the Snyder Cut still to this day, and that thing is bank, okay? So hopefully David Zaslav can see what's happening from a distance, get inside, realize the crap that's going on inside of Warner Brothers, just flush out those people who just don't do any service to help Warner Brothers, pull in the people who with the expertise, the skills, and the abilities, because what Walter Hamada is trying to do is put things in motion. He's trying to accelerate processes to put things in motion so that David Zaslav can't reverse certain things, certain projects. He's trying to gum up the thing so that he can bring his legacy in there and fuck up, sorry about the F-bomb, but just mess up the DC properties even more. And Zaslav had put a staying order on them. Yeah, you can't do no more products up in here because you just been screwing around and running the property into the ground. So Walter Amada need to go. Ian Sarnoff need to go. Toby Emmerich need to go. Just get them out of there. Get them out of that place, man. Don't even have them on the grounds. Get them off the property, man. They did enough hurt. They did enough damage. We see what Dune is doing right now in the cinemas. How well prosperous Dune has been. How prosperous Godzilla versus Kong has been. The Mortal Kombat that they put out there, version of Mortal Kombat, whatever, it didn't do shit in the cinemas. The Suicide Squad didn't do anything in the cinemas. The Flash movie is a mess. The Batman movie is going to come out. It's going to do some numbers, but not enough to compensate for the losses that these people have been taking repeatedly since the COVID. They've been coming with some stupid narratives, which nobody's buying, none of the fans, and hopefully not the shareholders of AT&T who have invested their stock into that thing. They shouldn't be listening to that bullshit that they're putting out. So it's about time these guys get kicked out of there and fired. You're fired. All the Jeff John shills and all the Jeff John people, fire their ass and get them out of there. Okay? Well, WB and Warner Brothers will be better off without these dudes. Okay? But anyway, we'll see what happens. I hope Zack Snyder gets rehired and pulled back in relationships. I hope that my boy, Ray Fisher, he would get justice done to him. You know what I'm saying? Get his own Cyborg movie. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I didn't like what went down with The Flash, period. So I was never going to support that movie just on the basis that they kicked out Ray Fisher for standing his ground and speaking about the mess that happened in Justice League and how many people were affected and bringing people to witness and speak on that issue and about also the systemic problems inside of Warner Brothers themselves and the DC properties in Warner Brothers. Okay. So at the end of the day, I side with Ray Fisher all day, every day. Okay. And I'm going to say this too. I'm going to put it out there. All right. All of Zack Snyder's movies are affiliated with his movies, that is his early projects, what we call the Snyderverse. I know Zack Snyder says that all his original works are Snyderverse, but I'm talking about in terms of DC, the Snyderverse in DC have grossed way more than anything post the Snyderverse. Anything. Okay? Collectively. That series of movies from Man of Steel all the way down to Wonder Woman, okay, has grossed more than what DC have made presently. Okay? They had a big blockbuster with Joker. Joker did well. Okay? And that's about it. Aquaman, Wonder Woman. Aquaman came after Justice League, which was a flop. But we replaced that Justice League with the Justice League we have now. We don't have theatrical numbers because they're not putting it in the cinemas because, again, Toby Emmerich and his asshole friends, they're not putting it into the cinema. But at the end of the day, if you let Justice League go into cinemas, it's still going to bank over $1 billion, right? That's just that kind of movie or close to it. Why? Because that's the kind of movie. People want to see it. People want to see this thing, and they'll go and see it, and they'll see it endlessly. And they don't care if it's COVID or what. They'll find a way to go in the cinema and see it. It's a cinematic experience. That's a cinematic movie. Okay? And it's about time Warner Brothers gets with the program and allows that movie to go into cinemas. And I've been saying it for the longest while. I keep on saying it on Twitter and elsewhere. This movie need to go into theaters. It need to be on the biggest screen possible in IMAX. Furthermore, I wanted to say, and I'm gonna wrap it up right here, but furthermore, I want to say that it's really stupid and idiotic and petty what these executives have been doing at Warner Brothers against the fandom, the SnyderCut fandom, and Snyder fans, and fans in general, DC fans who want to see this work, you know, and furthermore, unprofessional. So these people need to be fired. Okay, I didn't think I would be saying that, but I remember on a panel, I forgot her name. It was on Truth's panel. She was talking about you need to remove these executives. She was right. And they need to be out of there. Just get them out of there. I don't care what their expertise is. Get them out of there. Flush them out so that DC can rise again. You know, because DC is right now in a very lowly place. And they have certain projects coming up. But pick a shades. Listen from the gym. Oh, my boy's working out. That's good. Yeah. DC needs to pick back up and needs to be where it's supposed to be. Okay. And it ain't going to happen under these guys. Okay. And I'm not saying again that you can't have the movies and the slate of movies that they're putting out right now. I'm just saying that the way how the executives are behaving in that company and trying to prevent, you know, the Snyderverse from happening and Snyder's visions from going on forward, even though they were very lucrative and very productive, I think it's just stupid. And I think, you know, we've had so much things on Twitter, you know, Zack Snyder's blueprint, etc. I think by now people should realize this is a director, there's a visionary. A lot of directors love what he does. A lot of people love his directorial style, and he's got fans and people all over the world who love what he does. And he's very profitable to the company, and they need to keep him. Okay? He's running his own thing on Netflix. Netflix is just giving him his say, and he's having a ball. He's having a creative ball at Netflix right now. And all I'm saying is, dummies need to get smart. They need to get alert to what's happening. You know, I'm looking forward to the next movie Ray Fisher's in. And we need to, as fans, just keep on pressing them. Restore the Snyderverse. Don't ever stop that hashtag. We need to keep on blazing that hashtag. I remember, you know, in the earlys when I was encouraging people to start their own channels and everything. And now we have all of that that's happening now. Now it's up to us to ensure that David Zaslav gets the right message, a straight, clear message that, hey, we want Zack Snyder back into the DCEU, and we want to see his vision finished. when it comes to the Snyder Cut. And in addition, we want to see David Ayer's vision, and we want to see New God's vision, and we want to see certain visions that were aborted or commercialized by the company. We want to see them come to light, and we want to see them come to light. That's what we want. That's the mandate we want. And DC fans need to rise up and say that, because there's a lot of other people, detractors out there saying, oh, you want to revisit the past and blah, 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 blah. And we're like, yes, we want to revisit the past, and we don't give a damn what you say. That's what we want to do. Okay? So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. I really couldn't care less about any other franchise right now. The only thing I'm going to see is Morbius. I do want to see Morbius. I do also want to see Dune. I haven't seen Dune yet. And I also want to see a lot of stuff that Netflix is putting out, season 2 and 3 of certain things on Netflix. So I would love to see that as well. Netflix be killing it, man. Netflix be killing it these days. And they're getting more cinematic with some of their films. So that's good too. The quality is just rising. So, I mean, we will see what happens. Obviously, Zack Snyder's Justice League eventually is going to end up on Netflix. So I'm going to get to see it one way or the other. I'm not subscribing to HBO Max. And HBO Max is pretty cheap. Down here, you can subscribe digitally on your phone. But I'm not going to subscribe to HBO Max. They're doing too much nonsense. I'm not going to watch it for Dune or none of that shit. And sorry, but Warner Brothers, until your administration has changed hands, and I know it's in good hands, I'm not really interested in invested in anything you have, at least in terms of your apps. I would say I will look and invest in things which I know people are clean. They got clean hands, at least as far as I'm concerned with as a fan. I don't know certain information, and that's good. And, I just don't like how how everything went down there and how dirty people were and just stuff like that. I just didn't like it. So me personally, I haven't watched a DC movie in a long time, since Wonder Woman. I think it was late last year. I haven't watched another DC film. I haven't even seen Zack Snyder's Justice League, to be honest with you. And I'm just like, me personally as a consumer, and I already was picky about movies anyway. Me personally as a consumer, I'm not going to consume things that are garbage. I'm sorry, that's not happening. Once upon a time when I was younger, I would do that. But I'm too old for that crap now, man. I'm too old for that. So you want to really put out good music, you want to put out good video, you want to put out good movies, fine. I'm going to back that. Definitely want to see Dune. If I can get to see it in the cinema, I will go see it in the cinema, okay? Dune's obviously a movie I would want to see, I always wanted to see it. I also want to see... I want to see Morbius, Bigger Shade says, listening from the gym. Also, my Injustice game review video essay should be posted either later today or tomorrow. Cool. The HBO Max is lacking some shows and movies in my region that it has in the US. Okay. And he said, dude, what? You haven't seen Zack Snyder just not since it came out and I was watching it stream on Google Play. Yeah. I haven't seen it since. Yeah. And I'm not going to pay to watch HBO Max to see just one movie. And I don't like how Warner Brothers is operated. So I just took my purchasing power and I just put a whole button on that. I was tempted once or twice to go, subscribe, but then I said, no, I'm not going to do it. Yeah. So, it is what it is. I'm going to catch you guys later, though. But this is really good news. David Zaslav saying he's going to be hands-on. That's good. If he moves in the direction of bringing back the Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman IPs, bringing it to the forefront, reversing some of the things that Walter Hamada have been doing to prevent them from trying to block out the Snyderverse, because I'm sure they're trying to do legal things to block that from happening before they leave. So he can get down there hands-on and do what he need to do. Because David Zaslav, he gets results. So at the end of the day, whatever it takes to get results, he's going to do it. So he's getting down to WB Lut, and he's going to have his way. If this is what he wants to do, this is what he's going to do. So that's the kind of guy we're dealing with. So we'll see how it all goes down. You know? But ultimately, in the end, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. You know. I'm just saying. So we'll see how it goes and how the wave rides out. I'm not interested in the Flash. The Batman looks like a really quality movie. It looks like Matt Reeves outdid himself, and he should be proud of himself. But I'm not going to be watching that either. It's just sad. I really would want to, but I'm not going to. Because of what they did to Ben Affleck. The stuff that went on in the background just deters me from watching those films. Period. I will watch Black Adam. That's the only one I will watch. That's the only one. Has, as far as I know, there's nothing to do with any sort of, bad underplaying that leads to these movies happening. I heard The Rock talking about Walter Hamada. I guess he has to work with Walter Hamada, whatever. I don't really care. But I do hope that The Rock doesn't put his foot in his mouth and make me change my mind and say, screw The Rock and screw Black Adam. But that's the only movie I may be supporting. And we'll see how that goes down. I'm going to catch you guys later. I am Christ, I am disciple. Before I leave, I'll give you guys a piece of scripture. Sorry if I cursed at any point in time. I can't remember if I did or didn't. Kind of not feeling too cool, but it's what it is. All right. I don't want to bore you with long passages. I want to give you a nice, short, compact one. All right. Oof. Man, I got to go use this bathroom too. All right, this is what it says. Oh God, don't sit idly by, silent and silent and inactive. Don't you hear the tumult of your enemies? Don't you see what your arrogant enemies are doing? They devise crafty schemes against your people, laying plans against your precious ones. Do to them as you did to the Midianites, or as you did to Sisera and Jabin at Kishon River. So basically, this reading I just told you is basically what I feel about Warner Brothers right now. And the Lord in this case is going to be David Zaslav. I'm like, man, don't you see what these people are doing to DC's IPs and the company and Warner Brothers in general? You see what they're doing? They're spitting in the face of it. So do to them what you did to the other enemies. Destroy them. Utterly destroy them, in other words. So that's what I got for you guys. I'm going to catch you guys later. By the way, that was Psalms 83, verses 1 to 3. Okay? Oh, actually, 1 to 3, and then 9. Okay? If you guys want to check it out. I'm going to catch you guys later. I am Christ, I am disciple. You check my other channel, What You Need. He kind of curses a lot there. I started off cursing a lot this morning. I didn't want to curse, but I ended up doing it. So I'm sorry about that. I'll probably not curse as much as the day goes along. It has to do sometimes. I put everything out there. I lie. I leave nothing. I want you guys to understand. In a Christian walk, it's up and down. It's up and down sometimes. I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.